Hey guys, Rambo here with a guide to the King of Silverbacks Dark Ops Challenge for Dead Ops Arcade 3. In order to complete this challenge, you'll have to accumulate a lifetime score of 999,999,999, or if we round up, a total of 1 billion score on DOA 3. To clarify, this is your total score across all your DOA matches, rather than just one specific match. Now, before we get into general strategies for this, I must preface this video with some unconventional advice for a guide. I do not recommend going for this Dark Ops challenge because 1. It is extremely time consuming, as several hundred hours must be invested in order to complete it, and reason number 2 as to why you shouldn't do it is because it is not necessary for the Dark Ops Master calling card. You only have to complete 11 of the Zombies Dark Ops challenges in order to get 100% completion for Dark Ops. At the time of this video's upload date, there are 14 total Dark Ops challenges, so again, you only have to do 11 of 14 challenges for the Dark Ops Master calling card. So, if you don't like playing DOA, you don't have to do the 2 DOA challenges, Pristine Pelt and King of Silverbacks. If I had to guess, the DOA challenges are simply there to reward dedicated players who are going to grind the game mode for many months. And grind the game for many months I did, as it took me about 3 months to reach the 1 billion lifetime score, and I'm someone who plays the game pretty consistently. So in summary, don't really worry about this challenge unless you really enjoy DOA and envision yourself playing it for several months. I don't want to see anyone in the comment section saying, "Oh man, I hate DOA. I can't believe they're making me do this, Rambo. I gotta grind for 1 billion. I gotta play so..." No, stop right there. You do not have to do this challenge. Now with that out of the way, there is of course no quick overnight strategy to get the 1 billion score on DOA. But if you were to do this challenge, the most efficient way would be to practice enough to where you could consistently get out of the wild in round 4 with a 6 times or 7 times score multiplier, and then just keep playing the normal rounds until you take a death. Once you take a death, simply restart your match and begin again from scratch. Results obviously will vary depending on your level of familiarity with the game, but in my experiences, with a 30-minute wild exploration, I'll usually get around 3 million points by the time I leave the wild without dying. You could get even more points in the wild if you take your time exploring the deadly dungeons, but that might not be too efficient unless you have a super high score multiplier, and it could be a bit dangerous as well. Then let's say you end up leaving the wild and end up making it to around 20 before taking your first death in the game. By that point, you could accumulate an extra 2 to 3 million points in about 25 minutes of gameplay. So a roughly 1 hour game to round 20 will give you about 5 million points on average if you do not die and if you efficiently explore the wild. Repeat this ad nauseum, and in about 200 hours of gameplay, you would hypothetically reach the 1 billion total score, without ever having to play really deep into the game. Now, that's of course the best case scenario. In reality, there will be times where you have to restart your match due to lack of keys, or you'll have your fair share of times where you take a death in the wild as well. So depending on your skill level and experience, you'll probably have to invest closer to 300 or 400 hours of game time if you want to do this Dark Ops challenge. Again, that's a lot of time, so for that reason and other reasons mentioned earlier, I would advise against going for this challenge unless you intend on playing the game long term. For myself, I never explicitly went for this challenge with this wild strategy. I just let it happen naturally over the course of a few months because I knew I would be playing this game throughout its life cycle. Finally, it is worth noting that as of this video's upload date, which is about 100 days after the game's release, according to the career leaderboards, there are only 19 other people in the world with this calling card. If it's any consolation to you guys watching, I only heard of 3 of these 19 people before DOA 3 came out. So you could learn and grind the game just as easily as all the others with this challenge did, if you really wanted to, as it's not something that requires years of experience with the DOA series. It's just a very grindy challenge that takes a lot of time to complete, rather than an overtly skillful one. Anyways, that about wraps up the video. If this video was helpful, don't forget to drop a like. Thanks for watching.